Such an optimistic sound in the bee yard right now. This yard is extremely busy. And a lot of activity. Entrances are very busy, in and out, in and out. Not a lot of bearding. Lots of fanning. Just a busy sense to the yard. But I think I'll have to say my optimism has started to fade a bit. It's 33 degrees right now. And I'm looking at the forecast, and there's a string of 30s and above 30s as far as they will dare to predict. No moisture. We haven't had rain since, I forget when it rained there. We are dry. We're starting to see all the flaws in the land right now. Our cornfield, especially the corn, is doing that twist straight up. It's going into defensive, is actually dying. You're seeing all the flaws in the land where the shale maybe is a little bit predominant underneath the soil, and you can see the clays where the plants are maybe a little more holding their own. And you can't so much see it in the canola fields yet because everything's flowering, but those plants have to be hurting, and I'm wondering, I'm probably seeing the end of the flow right now. So very frustrating. We work so hard, get these hives up to shape. The one thing I have going for me right now, or two things. I have hives in absolutely terrific shape and working hard, and working so hard that they're gathering that little bit of resource that's out there and capitalizing on it, bringing it in. The other thing I have working for me right now is a ready to work staff. These guys are ready to make money. They're ready to bring my crop in for me. All I need now is just a little bit of rain. Isn't that the case? You know, you set the deck. That's what we do as beekeepers. We just keep setting the deck, and eventually it all comes right. But there's always something that's missing. Nothing we can do. We're going to start gathering honey tomorrow and flipping those boxes over, and I guess all we can do is just see what else comes in. If we had a rain come through tonight, you know, then things would be a little more of a sure bet, but I don't know. Let's look at what's going on in the entrance here. Lots of activity, lots of fanning, very hot day. I can smell nectar. I'm not seeing a lot of pollen going in. I'm not seeing a lot of yellow faces. There'd be a lot of water bombers coming in today. So how much nectar is actually coming in, I'm not sure. I could tell if I just cracked the lid and shook a frame, but I don't have my bee suit with me, and I'm not seeing a lot of activity up top here. Okay, so this one I was really optimistic on my boxing. Let's see what's in there. There's a bit of attention up top. Girls are a little bit cranky right now, so I'm just going to leave them alone. Ouch. No use getting stung. Just add to my pessimistic mood right now. Man, they mustn't be bringing in much nectar if they're this cranky. Settle down, girls, damn it. That's about how it goes, though. We can go from flow to no flow within like a day. One day I'm in the yard shaking sheets of nectar, very optimistic, and boxing up accordingly. And then the next day, nothing. And there could be nothing come in for the rest of the season if we don't get any rain. Simply put, this crop is sooner or later going to run out of moisture. It can only tap and dig out so much. Hey, look at these leaves. They're just sickly. It's wilting. Literally dying in front of our eyes. All these fresh flowers, and all we need is a little bit of rain just to spark up that nectar production. Once this crop goes into survival mode, the first thing it's going to do is cut out the nectar secretion, because that's a waste of energy, and just go into survival mode. We'll blast off all these flowers up top. This field is just coming to bloom, so it hasn't hit that stage yet. But the crops that have been blooming for a week, it'll pull the pin pretty quick here, and we'll see a week, maybe a week and a half bloom. The only thing saving us is the crop isn't all staged together. We have early crop that's, and then crop that struggled to do with frost and cold and wind, bugs and heat. There's just everything on the plate this spring that we had to deal with, and that not only staggered the germination but staggered the sowing and then re-sowing. So it's given us like a 4-week period of canola bloom. So, but if there's no moisture, I mean, those flowers, regardless of stage, is not going to produce any honey for us. Because look at these, literally dying in front of our eyes. Just like when we yell at the kids for not watering the garden. The boxes are out there. The honey we have is dry, so we got to spin that out. We're at the mercy of Mother Nature. That's all we can do. Oh, you notice the shirt I'm wearing. I've just come from the sale barn. Our farm hosted the 4-H steer sale. We were unable to participate within a fair setting. So instead, because of COVID restrictions, my brother put a lot of time into organizing an event on the farm, invited the club to bring their animals to the farm, and then all the local businesses in the area come and supported the sale, either coming to the farm in person or bidding online, just as our farm would do with a heifer or bull sale. So my brother's been extremely busy with that, and we had a barn burner of a 4-H sale. Something is very important to our family and to our area and to the businesses around, just from the immense amount of support that they put towards our animals. They say there'd be about that 50-ish steers sold within the sale, and I'm not sure exactly the average, but the price range was between in that $2.45 up to $3.45, and to me the consistent tone was that $3 bill. So the kids did very well today. And I'm just on my way back to the honey house, doing some crop scouting on the way back. Going from a very optimistic mood from the sale barn, driving by. These fields have turned today. It's almost like they've turned for the worse. Starting to see the patches in the corn, starting to see the patches in the oats, the wheat, starting to get that wave of inconsistent growth. And these canola fields is hidden right now. Well, you can see the wilt, but it's just a matter of time. We'll start seeing these flowers drop off, and that'll be it. Such is life.